I plan a party, all balance, see body on my G's, they low-key pretty.
Hi there, my beautiful people. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm back to usher you into the weekend as always with amazing fashion content. Yeah, you want to know about things that be trending, the must-haves. You want to be to call your love. That part of the bunny is their trash can. That's why I usually say that it's my favorite part because you're right. How are you doing, guys? How was the week? On your side, for some of you are actually lucky from Monday to Friday. Then when you want to Saturday weekend, you know because when it comes to Glam and Style, manyala mubere nga mufuna buli chintu echakabi as long as chikwata ku fashion, beauty, simanyi wabadde runway, simanyi waliyo red carpet events, simanyi bichi international events ngate wategedde checha abadde abantu bayambadde batya bichi byonna mbeera wano kubanga nkola kinga mbikutuusaako. Well, my pretty name is Shibra Ainembabas Sibbyboo at Tasaba Transport. Chips and chicken. This is Galaxy TV, Gikonkone. The name of the show is Glam and Style. Welcome to the show, guys. Kati ndowooza wa weekend marriage abadde amanyi mwerabidde. Sisobola. We are besties, eh? Remember by the bufumbo si bwangu. Waliwo ne weekend marriage oluse okutuulamu, eh? You know that days, eh? You're in love, you look at your partner, you're like all smiling and you're like, oh, God loves me. And then there are some days where you're like, God knows nothing about this person. Well, guys, that's always just for fun. Well, as always, Tutani kind of blew up corner. And guess what? Today, obviously, I'm in Uganda. I love Uganda. I love, the local content. So, I know I've brought different things on this show. Runways, interviews with stylists, designers, red carpet appearances. So, listen, when it comes to parties, what are you supposed to wear? So, last time I called wedding Ella, former Miss Uganda. So nganyala balaga, by the way, some of you muberanga muntu okira ne mungamba, by the way, I think kati mumanja prom, engweza prom, bantera bamba laba ngamba Shibra banange twambale chiku prom party. Simanyi twambale chiku eno event. So, jakubanga budi party ngangena njikwatako, one by one, sisobola billet at once naye as long as in Charlie kweno show byonna jakubanga bibatukako. So this time around munange man of God and woman of God, Desire Luzinda and Levixone, munange nabo bakola emikolo at first basokale babeereyo nga beekweka simanyi my friend, simanyi bichi naye nga munange friend. But well, for Desire Luzinda and Levixone, those are for them, they were probably soulmates. Nenga probably took some time for them to meet. So well, I'm going straight. Let's go straight to, obviously bakola introduction, simani bridal shower, simani church, then reception. If you are that person out there, you're probably planning to do a wedding, you're probably planning to do an introduction. Some of you mbera ungatemumanyi banange nyambale chi okitegeera banange reception yange nkoze colors chi. Or sometimes colors nazobera unogamba color, like me, I usually say that black is my favorite color. Then sometimes I love white. Then also I sometimes do like red. Kwegambobera unogamba so okubanga mbaletera bino ebintu bye bayambeko in case you probably wanted to go on Google, simanyi do a lot of research. So okubeera onolaba wana ekintu nokyagala nogamba yambadde bwati gomesi yambadde bweti, let me go for that. Well, we are going to start with the bridal shower. Obviously, she was treated to a surprise bridal shower by her friends and family, plus the daughter. Oh my goodness, but I know when you look at Desire and the daughter, it's like as if they are sisters, eh? And the bond that they have, oh my goodness, it's just like sweet giving mom, daughter, vibes. But well, back to the point, she wore a sleek white mermaid dress which snatched her body perfectly. Tuchimanyi to desire luzinda y'omuntu munange nga Katonda. When it came to her physique, yamumalirako some time. Omanyi abantu be yatonda nga akooye kati se simanyi oba yali anyway simanyi sawa ze yatondamu oba lunaku ki naye buli omu alina akaseera ke bamutonderamu, but for desire would sent yamukale yamutonda nga tanakoowa. So when you look at that dress, engeri gye yamutulako bulungi, the fitting was so perfect. So there is a way it snatched her body perfectly. Ngolabira ddala, oh wow, you look smart, elegant. It wasn't too much, and then I like the design that's below her nyash. It added some good statement. When something is too plain, just plain, just like how I'm wearing this shirt. I'm just too plain, too simple, like nothing extraordinary about this outfit. So I wouldn't start saying that, oh wanange, maybe I look elegant in this. No, I would say simply smart. But for her, then the hair and makeup, they're also nice, not too much. So and the fact that it was a surprise, but I don't know, some of these people back a surprise already surprised already. I wonder because I've ever been surprised by the once. It was my birthday. So I'm just going out to have fun and a surprise. So but for her, she was really simply smart, I should say. She wasn't too much. Her dress is not too much, but it was nice, and she looked smart in it. And then away from that, obviously they did an introduction. Not so Godra. Okwanjula, isn't it? Introduction. Yes, okwanjula oba okukyala oba simanyi wogwa. The first outfit, she wore a gold and orange gomesi. You obviously can't go wrong with a nice gomesi for an introduction, especially when it comes to, Baganda or the Buganda region. That's like it represents the Buganda culture, or maybe say it's a cultural outfit. Amanyingo bagamba ezongoye za Baganda ezengoye za Banyankole simanyi batolo bambala bwe bati simanyi Banyarwanda bambala bwe bati nsingabola for the Banyankole bambala suit ebitambi, then Banyarwanda emishanana. So for the Baganda mostly gomesi. So that's most of them ku introductions. You can Msolo kunzikiriza muti abantu abanje Abaganda, when they do those introduction parties, most times they just sang omugole ne wabanga akyusiza munayambala ebiteeteeyi ebirala, at least gomesi tetera kukola ki ku missing out. So and then the color combo was nice, a bit unique. Mulimu colors otatera kulaba nga ziri nga bantu bazambala nnyo nga ziri combined together. So it was a bit unique, and then the hair, the jewelry were all as perfect, like a perfect choice. And I also liked her makeup. It wasn't too much. Mayora mtu bamkola ko makeup no sanganga one people different people one people different colors one people different colors. And when you look at how labila dala nti makeup yamutulako bulungi tewali ntobaka ti wano wa pink nti wano bamufula mweru nnyo biki nedda. So it was also a nice one for that first outfit. Then obviously she changed and did the second outfit where she wore another pink gomesi with silver embellishments and accessorized it with silver silver accessories. I like the details. Even still on the introduction, obviously are changing. When it comes to dressing for abachala, twagala okubanga etukyusa buli kaseera. So she wore another pink gomesi with the silver embellishments and accessorized it with silver jewelry. I like the details. Those ones made it look rich and shiny, giving it the bridal feel. But most times abagole on such introduction parties nebanga wedding ogenda okwesanga basobola okubanga colors bambadde zezimu for like the gomesi naye most times difference ebeera ku probably the details, the stones ebanga batadde ku gomesi ey'omugole okitegeera. So you look at it and you're like, yeah, eno ya mugole nobanga nga mubutuufu badde tonabirabako bw'obisangaawo nga biri wansi nga tebambadde, you can easily tell this belongs to the bride. Eno ya mugole. So when you look at the details, you know, the stones, it obviously gives the bridal feel. And apparently these gomesi were actually made by her because she deals in bridal wear and stuff, so you can as well support her. You can go and probably munange no supporting what you. We need to support our Ugandan people. Etamina kulemera ku munange ku bintu byetu byaba China bera kuhamu wokka n'abahamu mugende mbawagire naye yagadde ekintu nga maybe kyanjawulo or something that is unique, something abakitunze specifically for you. You can as well nadala mwe aba planning to have parties, you know, introductions and stuff. You know the plug now. Anyway, just in case. So then the man of God wore Kinyarwanda traditional wear in black and white, looking fresh and smart. The grooming habits were on point. What do you say? Musajja nga ali disorganized ku mukolo. No yango yagala mu kubasira up. No gambo why. Abadde tomanyi nti ogenda ku mukolo gwo. Because most times when you find now a woman disorganized on her day, uyomba simanyi na kyamukolera kugamba why ani akukase. But then when for men abasajja olusi tebeefiira yagamba why man sakombinzira gamba kasita omukazi mufunye nga sibye baliko. But when you look at him, he was really, you know, smart in that traditional wear. Then obviously away from that, the second outfit, simanyo bambyogeranga we babyambala bulungi, but according to how they posted and everything, because so the third outfit, she as well wore a third gomesi, which was made of bright colors, you know, yellow and orange, which had silver embellishments as well. I don't know about you. How do you find that color combo? You know, orange and yellow. Manual colors by those stela kulaba nyunga ngazili combined together. Yellow and orange. How will that look? But surprisingly, it actually looked good. It looked good to me, but I don't know about you. Is that something you would go for? Is that the color combo you would probably try out? Black and white, red and black, semani red and white. But those are usually the common color combos that we usually try out. But munimu colors by those obanga to subira. Purple and red. So I think nowadays it's no longer about those colors that were used in as so different colors by those when you match them together. So an example is that it doesn't look bad. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know about you. If it's something that you've looked at and you want to try it out, you can go try it out. If you feel like it's not something that you would try out, it's also okay. But well, those are some of the outfits over the outfits for the introduction ceremony. Well, obviously from the introduction outfits tuyongere ku part ya wedding. Naye nga tetunatuuka ku wedding yenyini, they did a pre-wedding shoot. I think these are some of the things that people are actually normalizing. Abantu munange, some of these things happen once in your lifetime. Are you doing a wedding or woman togenda? Anyway, so I'll call a divorce no damu no for no mulala nemwewasa, but sibi ebiri biri common nnyo okitegeera nti banga muzeemu to celebrate maybe 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 15 years in marriage. It can be the same as this, you know, wedding. Never banga was the more color wedding. Everything is different okitegeera. So if you are capable, if you have the money, if you have the time, go do these things okitegeera. Have fun, create memories. I love creating memories because you know there are times when posting like you know, those videos from maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, one year ago. No gamba maybe that year chino, and you're like, oh wow. Sometimes you like the growth, sometimes you like, you know, engage So I love creating memories. So and when it comes to pictures and stuff, by the way, take pictures, make videos, post, have fun. After some time oh wow, at least I did this. So people going for such shoots, pre-wedding shoot, it is okay. It's wastage of money and time, as long as sentences go do that. So the first outfit for the wedding shoot, she wore Luzinda wore a sparkling floor-length white and chocolate or coffee brown gown, which featured white beads and silver embellishments. Then she accessorized the dress with the silver earrings, which were a good choice. Then hair and makeup, did justice. The fitting of the dress was perfect. Tailor over your design. Nolabanga wandika wansi details. Nayo notukayo kugendo chimo ngolgoye tolukutuka. Either maybe it's too small or it's too big and you're like, yo nigga, I came here for the measurements. What are you measuring achi? So sometimes you maybe need to appreciate these people. Abanga ngatakolede what you ordered for versus what you got. Yamunanga olusu bichukamu nogamba sinjukira kubanga natumyako kino ekintu nga munanga ebirala byebyo naye olugwe by the way banga telukwa the fitting that you want. It made sometimes look funny okitegeera. So the fitting was perfect, and by the way that dress design had become a bit common sometime. Yeah. Good that it's not so common nowadays, but there is a time we're running a new trend. It's about most women. I remember Kim Kardashian we're gonna so called ngayamba such a design. Yadi over Met Gala, if not mistaken, probably Met Gala or Oscars. I think like in 2023. Well, away from that, she rocked another outfit. That cream and green was also giving. I like the color combo. It's a unique one. The green around her waist matched with the Levixone's coat, giving a nice combo. The man's grooming habits were on point. Clean haircut. The beards were organized. Some of you forget to even comb your beards or even comb your hair on those special days, and you're like, I mean, there's when you look at someone, probably ngaliku party or by introduction, about wedding, and you start wondering, was this person forced? Bamutademo mugwane bamuwalula, and then for desire, when you look at that dress, it's really nice. Like I said already, I like the color combo. That cow green, Jeka making the dress to look, it added some good statement, some good vibes, some nice touch. Much just like how I'm putting on this white shirt. Today na bagambye most times mbagamba mbera nyo simple. Ola baby gato byange just be a pink na yaga choose I'm putting on white. My accessories are just silver bichi sayaga denyoko. Na yene ngambo manyi. Na ade kumpikita hake nga otoza white na yene ngamba nyenda kuba too much of white kitegeera. So nengamba kale ngato kanchu semoko kanyambale just bisando byange fluffy flip-flops. So well, the green mweyo dress yet there, it was really a nice one, and the fact that you matching Norgoera Levixone okitegeera. So I would say they looked smart as well in those outfits okitegeera. So we move on to the wedding part, wedding gown. Abagole bambadde batya nga bagenda wali okukuba ebirayiro. Omanyi that part is so important. Simanyi till death do us part. Naye death agenda okujja nga munange yense nga nze death agenda obbawula. Nga munange ngolowooza bya death, ngolowooza simanyi death, nga kumbe Savio yagenda obbawula ng'omukazi wamulidde wamututte. Okitegeera? It's for better. Simanyi in health and what? In sickness. Okay, yeah, there omuntu waba murade sija mulekawo. Simanyi poverty and riches. Mukwano for richer. But well, back to the point. Desire rocked a long-sleeved white gown with a matching flowing veil to the altar. I liked her wedding back bouquet. Yeah, banaenda chogala ntya. Bana mugenda tandika okugamba naye bana kana kawala keraga naye wulira namugamba nasoma naye sasoma nnyo nti ate mino kitegera nti n'oluzungu, it's not our language, so just bweya ekale kinene ekimuli kye bakwata mu ngalo, abagole. So it was really stylish and unique, not like the usual flowers we are used to seeing. Omanyi most times bakwata, like the usual normal flowers that we have job. But when you look at hers, it was really, a bit unique and stylish, not common. Ndowooza olaba nga metero bagamba obeera onobeera n'akantu konga katini naye nga munnange omuntu akatonako n'agamba oh wow, that looks unique, that looks beautiful. Kitegeera. Then Levixone, a man of God, he wore a black and white suit with a black bow tie and black shoes. Obviously black and white, like I usually tell you, that's all like ever a perfect combo. You can never go wrong with some of these color combinations. So together like black and white, obviously, though it's a combination that we are all used to. When abagambye tumulimu colors eziberanga zili so unique when combined together. I didn't know that you can actually maybe mix purple with red or manya whatever. Mulimu ezo colors nga mbutuufu tezitera kubeerawo nga bantu bazikola ki nga bazimixinga. So Levixone, obviously, he was smart for the vows. And then the maids wore off-shoulder black dresses with the silver accessories. They were also simply smart. Nabo bumuli bwabwe bwali bwanjawulo kowe nga bulungi. So munange ebirayiro ndabira ddala babyambalira bulungi, and I like the fact that Desire was actually decent. Olabira ddala nti gown gye yali ayambadde emukavaringa paka waggulu. Okitegeera teyayagala kulaga priest, chest power. Yagamba kambi. Let me cover. Yeah, but they really looked good and smart for the altar. Well, we move on to the reception outfits. Bayambala batiyamulanga bavudde ku church. Okitegeera. For some people, gown java nayo ku church, jagenda nayo mu reception. For some people, abalala they obviously get to change. So for Desire, the reception, first of all, the reception as the reception, like reception yo, the setup, it was a black and white theme with the decor. And I usually tell you, you can go wrong with some of these color combos. So black and white, obviously byali birabika bulungi. By the way, ku era yali black and white, so I don't know. It's like a trend with these weddings. Abantu kubanga bakozesa nnyo black and white on these, on these events. Then when you look at the cake, it was also, beautiful. It was simple and, nice. When you look at cakes, zibeerawo nga just kigundi kiri kimu kisaako. Tekiina yadde ka art. But when you look at their cake, naye yalimu ka creativity, ka art. It was also nice. So overall, it was a simple and nice setup. So obviously, they changed into other outfits for the reception. Desire wore an off-shoulder white gown with a flower-like flowing cape and accessorized it with a silver and white jewelry. She looked elegant and smart in that gown, which as well had the perfect fitting. Bululigoye by the Desire yayambala kwogo mukolo. Nga bugambira umutuuka bulungi because she has a nice body. Mulimu abantu nga mutuufu ne bwayambala just a sack. They're going to look good. Ngaye mu butuufu bulugoye lwayambala balabika bulungi. Then waliwo olinga mundange olina okwegendereza. Kibananga olugoye terulina kunkwata ku mukono. Olugoye terulina kunkwata ku waist. So mundange bw'obanga oli awo Katonda yakutonda nga tanakoowa oba nga yakazuuka nga musanyufu nga yasuze, nga yasuze musanyufu. So for Desire, really the gown was so pretty, elegant, everything was just nice. And she as well, like everything, the makeup, the hair, she looked elegant. And then for Levixone, I guess he probably didn't want to change. Men are men. Tebagala nnyo okwemenya. Era nagamba waayo omukazi already enfunye. So lwaki neemenya n'okubanga nkola kino okubanga nchanging engoye. So for him, he just kept it, you know, cool nga bwe yava ku church oze yagamba why sina banga netugana, you know, netayi buli kaseera. So nasigala in his black and white suit, which was obviously, you know, nice. Being that he's a man, I can't even start asking Rashid ya chusa bichi, no, because we know men oluse bimu babikolera ffe abakazi nabeerawo nagamba anyway kankyusa olwokuba munange omukazi yayagadde okyusa naye singa si ekyo yandiyambadde ne suit emu from the introduction ne ku wedding nga yemu for some men. I'm not saying all men, for some men okitegeera, but yeah, they were still matching, you know, in black and white there as well. Even Nawano's Yabandabikila Blunji, they were really smart. That's actually a changing dress I would as well rock. It's nice. The designs are, you know, cool. It's giving, you know, nice vibes and the reception vibes. Do you see the difference between her, the altar gown, the wedding gown, and the reception gown? The other one was so decent. But this one, yagamba ho. Mwabaze okulya emmere temundabanga yalina obalagako energy, chest power, buli kimu. So ndowooza nga mulina okulaba ku mugole ne mugamba amaye ensonga yeyamututte, mwabali temwebuuza simanyi mweyogeza ebintu ebitakwatagana, simanyi ono muto, simanyi oli mwe. Well, away from that, let's just dive into the glam trends. I know sometimes war of segments wembuka rockwa nti mbandese ebintu nga biwanfu nnyo maybe mu blow up corner tega sagala bitema nywe mbere nga temubitegeera bulungi. So in case you get to see a segment ng'emisize maybe nti leero ba tofaayo ebejja kudda tuba tetugijeeko kitegeera. So let's just dive into the glam trends where we get to know about things that are trending in the fashion world, as long as I can to maybe kaliko some people bakeetanira naye nga wentera okubagamba teweesiba ku trend olwokuba something is on trend. If it's something that suits your style, that looks good on you, go for it. If it's not something that is, you know, for you, doesn't suit in your style, just tujerekereze. That's why ngezaako nnyo okuba nga mbaleetera ebintu ebyenjawulo, you know, mu zino segments obeere nga ofuna different ideas. Tomanya ku olwo ojja kufuna ky'oyagala, ky'oba toyagadde kyerekereze kyesonyiwe. So today on Glam Trends, baleetedde the flip-flops. You know, the flip-flops are a major, you know, shoe trend for summer. I won't say maybe this year or next year, but most times, you know, summer evolving from casual beach wear to elevated, you know, fashionable styles that are being worn with everything from tailored trousers to dresses. And then apart from them being on trend, they are versatile. By the way, talking about flip-flops, these are like a far flip-flops nze byenyambadde binene bigato byenyambadde by the chovala nayagadde mbyambale nti oyinza okubeera n'ogamba bananga ate ebyo mbyambala ntya mbyambala nga ndagawa. I'm actually on the show, but today I actually wanted to be so simple. Waliwo akagere eno kanuma, so sagadde kwambala closed shoes, and I just wanted to be so I knew I was going to have like a long day. So nga njala kubeera nga just in the simple yambadde t-shirt kyange, so nje kubogamba kati byo byambale nga ndagawa byambalire kuki. So this is a simple way you can probably put on your, you know, flip-flops. Not all flip-flops are like this, to be honest birina ebyoya nedda. So you can go for that jolabanti jokola chi ejokunkolera, and then they are versatile apart from them being on trend. Omanye ekintu kyojo kwambala on different things, and it won't limit you so much. Anti bana ntosobola kukyambalira wano. Can you see the way I'm dressed? Just nkubye t-shirt kyange mbitaddeko. Next time nja kwambala maybe akateteyi kange era nkiteekeko. You know, oba nyambale maybe empale yange era nkiteekeko. So if you want to just be simple, you can as well also zambala ng'ogenda ko, you know, for dinner, office ogenda ko ku mulimu nga bwe ndi wano munange just era nayagadde kuba so simple ndi wano ndi ku mulimu era mbyambadde. So they are not limited to only, you know, beach. Banango, you know, kwambala flip-flops ng'ogenda ku beach wokka nedda osobola okubanga, you know, zizanyisa mu kaawo different ways. And then they also provide ease and comfort. I knew, like, I had a long day which is so nowadays sagala kwemenya nyo testimony heels atemanyi sneakers genda kubangolus or you really want to you want every part of your body to just breathe. Chivola bera nyambadde t-shirt nga kinene. So nga obera owulira toyagala kwambala akantu akakukute, toyagala ekintu okunyiga ekigere. So yeah, they also provide ease and comfort, and then they provide, you know, a simple look, a chic look, nice. Well, in case you've just joined me, Oliku Galaxy TV, Jikonkone, the name of the show is GlamAndStyle. My pretty name is Shibra and Baba's Sibbyboo. To them blow up corner, you know, glam trends. We dive into the must-have part. And what are those important or essential things that you need to be having in your closet, you know, office, homes, like before we enjoy it to bed, I'm moving to chair, we to take a dog bed, and I'm going to yamba come bulamu for wabli, you know, could be fashion. By the way, no segments here only in TM, boy, no, you know, like the essential things. But today, I'm talking about men, and it's probably about, you know, kungoye. I know that men, you know, some of you guys, nga mwene jeans mulinga baluganda mulinga balongo, by the way, nga awatali jeans banange ate mwangamba bangamba kwa noti nadala za black bojambala wiki yona nga, you know, lero ndoteka t-shirt ya white encha noteka ke ya blue nga omuntu alowooza okyusa kumbe it's one jean. Naye basajja bo mutujoga omutatoka kubanga akutwala out naye nga jini jayambala yemu naye nga tasobola nakitegeera nga golowooza akyusa okuba akyusiza ekiri waggulu okitegeera. So even if you are that person who is so much into jeans, who is so much into shorts, please try and have a well-fitted suit okitegeera. Yeah, maybe for formal events, ogenda ko maybe for a wedding, ogenda ko for an important, maybe let's say a meeting or office or whatever. Make sure nchimanya obera onogamba neka tisutu ngenda jambalirawo but uli luboro, you know, that day gets to come. Now probably you need it okitegeera. So at least have 1 or 2 or 3 depending on how, you know, how often you probably put on something. Bwobanga si kintu kyotera okwambala era osobola okwefunirayo akasuuti ko kamu n'okateeka in your closet okitegeera. And you know, these suits ate enaku zino nti mwacha ebintu byayanguwa mu kosi nti olina okwambalirako misoso gyokka okwata, you know, your nice sneakers n'okiteeka on your suit, or even a t-shirt inside. Sibya just only shirts, even a t-shirt, a nice shirt. It all depends on the design of the suit that you have. N'okiteeka mnobango okikubye, ngolabika bulungi. But make sure as a man you have a well-fitted suit in your closet. Well, that's all we had for you on today's show. In case you've just joined me, glam trends, must have. Don't worry, because we always have a repeat on Monday, every Monday. And then we also have the amazing Galaxy Digital app where you can always go watch these shows any day, anytime, any show in your comfort zone. Just get it on your phone. App downloading it. Bye bye. Have a great weekend.